Tommy Hilfiger revolutionized sportswear by putting his famous Tommy twist on the classics. Since 1985, the self-taught fashion designer has offered everyone a piece of the American dream.
Tommy Hilfiger is really, one of the pioneers of American designer sportswear. I mean, he is Americana.
He understands America and Americana, but he does it with a lot of wit, he does it with a lot of color and a lot of charm.
Growing up in Elmira, New York, Tommy Hilfiger's entrepreneurial spirit took hold at a young age.
I started in business when I was 18 years old with a meager savings of $150 and 20 pairs of jeans.
In 1986, Hilfiger announced his arrival on 7th Avenue with an outrageous ad campaign.
First there was Bean, Blass, and Blacker. Then Calvin, Ellis, and Lauren. Today it's Tommy Hilfiger.
After a bold entrance on the fashion scene, Tommy had to prove that his new label was all that his irreverent ads had claimed.
I rolled up my sleeves and dove into really working very hard, making sure people loved the clothes.
A designer like Tommy's got his feet very, very firmly based on the ground and understands who his customer is and what he or she wants.
If you don't have the branding and the imaging and the marketing and the true spirited advertising that pushes people's buttons, you have nothing.
The brand exploded in the 90s, but by the 2000s, the logo craze had died down. Tommy partnered with Macy's and revamped the brand to reach new global heights.
Tommy and I worked out a deal a few years ago to have this product sold exclusively at the Macy's stores across the United States. And I couldn't be more proud of that relationship. It's a very, very successful business in our stores.
Tommy's rebranding was a hit. In 2012, he was presented with the Jeffrey Bean Lifetime Achievement Award by the Council of Fashion Designers of America.
Good evening. I'm thrilled to be presenting Tommy Hilfiger with his CFDA Lifetime Achievement Award.
It's exciting, but I'm humbled, I'm grateful, and absolutely honored, really.
In 2016, Tommy launched a collaboration with top model and social media star Gigi Hadid.
Gigi Hadid is our #1 model. We just did a collaboration with her. We're doing a whole line, Gigi by Tommy Hilfiger, which will launch in the fall.
I mean, who's more perfect than Gigi to represent Tommy? It's the greatest match ever.
Tommy's knack for constant innovation while maintaining his core brand values has solidified his legacy in fashion.
I think about how many years it's taken to come this far, and I think about the days when I started, and I started with nothing, and I had a dream, and the dream is now coming true. I think fresh ideas, I think affordable designer clothes, I think aspirational clothes, accessibility, newness, interesting, unique marketing. A lot of color, great fabrics, great tailoring. Young, fresh, fun, spirited.
Oh, I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's so funny because 25 years ago, preppy was kind of, a niche thing, but now it's just pervasive in culture. I really was liking the shoes a lot of the short jackets for women and dresses, and there was some ribbon, grosgrain ribbon working into some of the fabrics that was really beautiful, actually.
It was so fun. Everything was so gorgeous. It was very exciting in there, actually. There was a lot of energy. The music was great. The colors were beautiful.
Very, very good. I enjoyed it a lot. I was here last year as well, or earlier in the year, or whatever it was. It was fantastic.
amazing and classic and colorful and fun.
I'm such a huge fan of Tommy Hilfiger. He's got this amazing way of mixing music and fashion and keeping it current and staying true to that American style.
Great, phenomenal show. Tommy does a great job with his clothing line. It's beautiful.
So talented, it's fresh, you know, it's like, he'd be in the business 25 years, but he keeps it young and keeps it moving.
A Tommy Hilfiger billboard glistened in the New York sun as preparation for the Spring-Summer 2013 show from America's favorite patriot was taking place. For Hilfiger, his woman's warm weather adventure began with red, white, and blue.
They're going on an American voyage, and they are going to a yacht in the Mediterranean. They're going to different ports, Portofino, Saint-Tropez, and then she's going on safari. In the very beginning of my collections in 1985, I designed two groups. One was nautical and one was safari. So I wanted to go back and do the same exact thing, do nautical and safari, but in a brand new way. We're using menswear influences. We're using lots of stripes. We're doing a lot of red, white, and blue. We're doing photo prints. We're doing a lot of patchwork, a lot of pajama type outfits because of the ease and the comfort, and of course, brand new accessories all over.
It had the total American spirit, which is just amazing coming off of the Olympics where that spirit is just so high, you representing your country. So to come today and see all the red, white, and blue was amazing.
Sitting here literally just after the Olympics, sitting next to Sonia, 2 gold medal winner, and we're sitting there going, this is so inspirational. American sportswear at its best. Sexy, the tailoring was immaculate, and I think that made all the difference. You know, that kind of gorgeous 70s, a little bit sexy with the tailoring with the wide pant and the nipped waist. I thought there was a sexy 70s all-American vibe that really was spectacular. It was actually stuff that I would want to wear, and I like that.
Sometimes I say I like to recreate the classics. But if they're the same as they were years back, then you won't buy them. You really have to make them new and fresh. The fit, the fabric, the attitude, the detail, sometimes the proportion, sometimes the fabric itself has to be done in a brand new way. You know, we're using very, very lightweight silks. Years back, we used a heavier silk. It keeps it very exciting for me to do new collections every season, and every collection is different. We're in the mountains, American Explorer. This is really about rugged outerwear. It's about clothes that are built for the elements with a lot of authentic detail. You're going to see some Western from Cowboy. You're going to see some workwear. You're going to see some military surplus details, but really authentic, hardy details made into clothing that people actually really wear. You're going to see a lot of shearling. You're going to see a lot of sheepskin and lambskin. And the reason we use that is because it is really built for the outdoors. Some mohair, cashmere sweaters, Western boots, hiking boots, and really yummy warm coats.
loved the collection today at Tommy Hilfiger. It was so young and fun and modern. All the knits and all the patterns, chunky knits, fur trim, pattern play, lots of play on the argyle, lots of play on the plaid, twisted up in a youthful, edgy, pleated, funky, ski bunny kind of way. The looks were brilliant, head to toe, but you could also take all those great shrugs and ponchos and little bomber jackets and wear it with jeans. And that's the beauty of the collection here at Tommy Hilfiger, is that, you know, you can want to wear it like these supermodels, but for a woman like me, I also want to layer it on top of jeans and wear it around when I'm taking my son to school.
I love Tommy's outfits. I wear it almost every day. I know that those suits actually they last for many, many years, and you can just change it up a little bit with the new elements, and they're timeless. And I love that his preppiness, which stays all the time, and then every season his little twist. It's a little inspiration and something fun.
He does this thing that is so brilliant, where he just captures Americana. It's a little subversive. He took this outward bound theme and luxed it up a little bit and made it a little more fashion. I love the blanket dresses at the end with a little fringe detailing.
She is a youthful spirit who loves life, loves travel, likes fashion, but has great style. Music was the muse. Iconic musicians who have inspired me and influenced me for many, many years have had such an imprint on fashion. I thought it would be time to create a collection that was all about that.
You know, I think Tommy always does a great job using music, pop culture, Americana, all these great things. And, you know, we have a kind of like Beatles feeling here right now and a circus feeling, and I think it's always such a fun show to watch.
These young women go to festivals. I wanted to create a glamorous festival. I wanted it to be a rock and roll circus, and I wanted the music, the set, the clothes, the invitation, and the whole ambiance to all fit.
Tremendous show. I've got the original Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, and as soon as I walked in here and saw the flowers and everything, and I said, you know, this is vintage Tommy.
His runway shows have just gone from strength to strength lately. This set speaks for itself. They're incredible, they're fun, they're upbeat. I think he wants people to feel happy in his clothes and about fashion in general.
This brand is now like 30 some odd years old, and now they're trying to figure out how to capture that next generation. And so this is a very youthful look. I mean, you know, a lot of these clothes are not necessarily what you associate with the kind of preppy roots of the brand, because, you know, they're reinventing and they're like keeping it moving, keeping it exciting.
Another great one, you know, great business person, and he was successful very young too, so he has that you know, it's in common to Diane and to some of the great American designers, Donna Karan, Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, successful young and for a very long time. They really understand how to make clothes that both capture a fantasy persona but are wearable, and Tommy certainly does that.
It is a ride. It's a bit of a journey, and in reality, I think that if you become too stagnant or static, you become stagnant. And I want to keep moving ahead.
Tommy Hilfiger was really fun. I love just the classic preppy, but with kind of a modern twist takes that he does. Yeah, it's Tommy's 30th anniversary, and he is so American, and the show being sort of a Super Bowl feeling with a Jumbotron really just kind of transported you.
I love the way Tommy picks a theme and really plays it, and it's always got a sense of fun. He knows his brand, knows his identity, and then manages to infuse new energy into it every season. And that's the game. Team Tommy, we're like fans of Team Tommy.
Well, I've always been inspired by sports, particularly football, because I always wanted to be a football player, but I was never big enough. I love the equipment, I love the whole ambiance of sports, but I like sports mixed with luxe. And I think that people want to dress luxe, but they want it to be sporty. So this is what we've done, we've married the two. Every single item is going to have something athletic about it. Whether it's a trim, a stripe, a detail, every single item. And every single item is made with a luxury fabric.
This is tailgating at its best. You know, it's a tailgating bonanza. I mean, all the looks are really fresh and fun in the spirit of Tommy Hilfiger. I love the way he mixes plaids and tweeds and prints. It's a touchdown, Tommy. I loved it.
It was a big show. It was fun. It was a party. That was the intent when you construct an entire football field inside an armory.
We were thinking about where to transport the audience and what would be relevant for today, but still fun and funky and inspirational. So I thought, well, island life. You know, I love going to the islands, and I think everybody else does. I have a home in Mustique. I love Jamaica. I love St. Bart's. So we wanted to create a whole look that would be hippies, bohemians, 70s inspired chic. Great swimwear, flowing dresses, a lot of floral prints, crochet, tight fitting, some denim, some military mixed in, some stripes, but a lot of color.
Well, Tommy is really kind of the best of Americana, I feel like. It's preppy, but fashionable and fun, and it's kind of clothes that are fun for fashion people, but also fun for normal people just watching. They can, you know, relate to. It's clothes that are relatable, but fun, always with some kind of a stylish twist.
I love Tommy Hilfiger. I have to say, I kind of kept thinking Tommy Bahama instead of Tommy Hilfiger, but the idea of taking those sort of reggae elements and turning them into dresses that you could wear to work was really appealing to me, and I felt like it just felt like a liberated, free, amazing show that incorporated color and different kind of textures and ethnic detail in a really wearable way.
She's young and she travels the world, but loves the tropics. It comes through in the set because we want to actually allow people to experience the idea of being there. We like to transport people to a different world in our show. The collection is really about a transatlantic voyage. It's about modern nautical. It's about mixing modern with vintage. It's about a sense of humor, new shapes, very high-waisted trousers, wide legs, jumpsuits, shearling jackets, short skirts, long skirts, a lot of stripes, and a lot of great detail.
It was so much fun. That was such a fun show. I was kind of bummed it ended. It kind of woke me up. I was very tired, and I came in listening to Michael Jackson, watching Tommy on a boat. It was awesome. I love it. One of my favorites. So much fun.
Gigi Hadid is our #1 model. We just did a collaboration with her. We're doing a whole line, Gigi by Tommy Hilfiger, which will launch in the fall. She's like the epitome of a supergirl of today, and not just a supermodel, but a super person.
I mean, who's more perfect than Gigi to represent Tommy? It's the greatest match ever.
Tommy Hilfiger and Gigi Hadid came together during New York Fashion Week to share the details of the design process for their newly launched collaboration.
Well, I've always surrounded the brand with pop culture, and I thought in order to build a great brand, I would need a lot of different turbochargers to really push the brand ahead. And I think Gigi's a perfect example because she's not only an incredibly beautiful model, but she's a social media star, and now she is a design star. And I think a designer has never partnered with a model before and allowed the model to actually have a very serious hand in designing the collection. So we created the Gigi collection, and she has been intimately involved from the very beginning.
I can't have asked for a better, first time than with this team because I just got to do the fun stuff, and obviously they're executing it the way that they have for so many years and are pros at it. So they just really taught me so much and were really welcoming and really open to my ideas and made me really feel like they wanted my opinion.
She chose the buttons and the fabrics and the colors and worked with the design team. She was genuinely engaged.